office spaces.
No, I'm calling on a specific space. I saw your sign. My name's Danny. What's yours?
My name is Freddie.
Sorry?
You're going in and out. My name is Freddie. I'm the property
Freddie.
manager.
Hi, Freddie.
Yes.
I am calling Freddie on 2334 University. I'm actually interested in the laundry space. That is what my partner and I do. I've been doing coin laundries in the tri-state area for, 20 years. And we walk these stores, Freddie. I go into the location when I see room for improvement, to be very polite, old equipment, poor procedures, etc. I want to reach out to you and let you know, put you on notice. We're interested in leasing that space if and when the lease comes due. And I want to say, this is not the worst laundry I've ever seen. It's far from it. It's also not the best. But if Freddie doesn't know that Danny's interested, we may never get together. So, again, this is a nice store. It's got a lot of space. My interest is in signing that lease when the time comes and then filling it with new equipment. Pretty simple stuff. So if and when that happens, Freddie doesn't have to go try to find that renter. Save my number. I'll send you an email and we can talk. Or who knows? I mean, maybe it's time now. Maybe they're month to month. I'm not asking about your rent rolls. I just want to make you understand that we're interested, if that makes sense. I don't want to build a laundromat from scratch, my friend. I want to, do a non-hostile takeover, if you will.
Okay. So what I could do, if you could, I can give you my email address and send me all your information, and I'll definitely keep you in mind when the time is up, because I'm not sure what are these people want to do, and I can keep you updated.
Yeah, I appreciate that. That's all it is. Call it an introduction. We're calling 2 or 3 stores today right here in Maryland that are horrible, just disgusting. And in this particular store, it looks like they haven't cleaned out the lint traps in a long time. I know that when I walk in, I can smell it. They have to clean the lint traps, the wet lint, not the dry lint. But if they don't clean the lint traps, the water backs up into the store. They've rolled towels in front of all the machines, and it just reeks in there. That's a simple $100 fix. You have the poopy truck come. Yeah, they clean out the lint traps.
They said we've been having an issue with them now. Certain things they have to get fixed, and the landlord gets upset.
Yeah, well, it makes sense.
So I'm glad that you went inside, because I know.
Yeah,
I already see the inside already.
Sure. I'm not calling you out of the phone book, Freddie. We physically scout these locations. We walk them, and we see, again, I can check in my mind the boxes. It's not about the color they paint the walls or having a big, beautiful neon sign or being open 24 hours. There's really, really good laundromats the same way there's really, really good steakhouses or nail salons or any other business. We run exceptional stores. So you could be in that Monday meeting and be the hero and tell the landlord, hey, I got a guy who's got 36 stores. He wants to sign a lease here. But it depends. If they're late or they're month to month, I'd love to throw our hat in the ring. I didn't hear what you said. Is there problems with them paying as well?
Don't want to get a lot of details, but it's like we've been having issues.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I don't make these calls, Freddie, to dig information on your tenant, but I hear what you're saying. Good. We'll stay in close contact. Give me a couple of weeks, and I'll call you back, and we'll see. Maybe we can do something. I'm looking to spend $500,000 on equipment. That's what I do.
Okay. And this is your cell phone directly?
This is my cell. Yeah. Why don't you text me your email address?
All right, then.
Freddie, I'm Danny D'Angelo. What's your last name?
Blanco. Blanco.
White Freddie.
Yeah.
All right, my brother. I appreciate you. Ciao.
No problem.
Bye-bye. So that was your first ever telephone call. You saw the silly course. Yeah. We spoke on the phone. You made the decision to pay my fee, which is not enough, in order to make these types of calls. And I'll make as many calls as it takes until you get your laundromat open. So how do you feel now having that first call? Try to think about the very beginning of the call. How did you feel when he answered? I mean, he's literally like, hello.
Yeah, I guess he was very receptive of taking down our information. He seemed interested. He obviously has issues with the tenant.
That's all I get, huh?
So, I mean, no, it was great. I loved it. It was a great first call.
Now, I often say I'm not a counselor. I'm not here to talk to you about your feelings, etc. But it's exciting, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
And I want to thank you. I applaud you for allowing me to be your mouthpiece. You know, I almost feel like an attorney where you're sitting there, lips sealed, and I'm able to talk to not only the judge, the jury, the executioner on your behalf, and it does mean a lot.
Oh, no, thank you.
Well,
I'd rather you speak than me.
Yeah, I understand that. I haven't done anything yet, but here's what's also very telling. I'm not a card player. I play craps, but I'm not playing the cards. I'm playing the man or woman across from me when I do this. And I'll explain. From the very first word he said, which was hello, I have an impression, right? He didn't say, hi, this is Freddie. I'm ready to do business. You know, it was just a basic standard hola. So I kind of roll my eyes and I think, all right, here we go. Is this guy going to be, I mean, he could be a multimillionaire many times over and he might own a dozen strip malls. We just don't know. So I'm gathering this information. I'm going through the motions, having made tens of thousands probably of these calls, certainly thousands. I'm filing away what I'm hearing while I'm watching you make the notes, and it's really important. You wrote Freddie's because since our first call, Freddie's willing to take info from us. You don't need to write down inferences in the notes. The most important thing he said was the hammer was they have issues. Now, I did feel comfortable and confident enough to actually come out and ask him, which I rarely do. When you ask direct questions, you shouldn't expect to get direct answers. It's really none of our damn business what's going on with their tenant, with their rent rolls.
Yeah.
And I wanted to say, this is a pretty nice laundromat. But you notice how I used one hook. When I'm looking at the photographs you provided, those are double stacked stainless steel tumblers, all of the little things, right? All of the kids' toys and gumballs are all full. They might use a service, they probably do, but that's telling they keep up with it. They're not empty. You know, oftentimes you see those empty. The ceiling tiles are nice and clean and fresh. When did you take these photos? When were you in this location?
I was there yesterday and the day before.
So I would have guessed a Sunday. I should have said that because there's so many people in there, and that can be misleading. But the one thing I picked on is the thing that I noticed: all of those towels rolled up in front of the washers.
Yeah,
that's the simplest.
That was my first thing too.
Yeah, that's the simplest. I assume it stinks in there because I see those towels. I don't have smell-o-vision, but you notice how I use that as the hook to make Freddie understand. They don't want tenants like this. They want people that understand. I would go in there in 2 seconds and say, your wet lint traps have not been cleaned probably since they've owned the place. They're clueless. They don't know why. All of that water in front of those machines is not a problem with the machine. They're thinking it is. The operator is thinking, well, I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't get it. The drains are backing up because the wet lint, more lint goes in from your sock into the water than it does into the dryer. All we see as consumers is the dryer lint. Wet lint goes into the ground, into a giant trough. I've made a couple videos about it. The water flows up. The city doesn't want all that wet lint. It could turn to concrete when it sits long enough. They don't want it on the city side. So you're responsible, as the strip mall is responsible. So when you build a laundromat, you build this huge cauldron with a manhole-sized cover. I won't go on ad nauseum. So you know what you do? Every 3 months, you spend $100 and you have the poopy truck come and sump it out. And done. But they're not doing it. And I think that was the turning point in the conversation. The one little hook, and I don't need to explain all this to you. This is academic until we actually get the dude on the phone. The decision maker, no. But now we know. We got his first and last name. Sometimes people forget that. You spoke to him, which I scolded you for. You actually talked to him, and you mentioned the laundromat, which you should never do. And I'm telling you, dude, now he's thinking, one dude called and then another dude called. We called from different numbers, and that's never good. Just keep that in mind. Consider the source. When you get the telephone number from a space for rent sign, don't call it, because now Freddie's thinking, holy shit, blood's in the water. Everybody wants this laundromat all of a sudden. Even if I come out and say, my partner called you, blah, blah, blah. Oh, okay. It's not the end of the world again. But the most important thing, the headline for this store is they have issues, which is phenomenal. They have issues. Now, don't be spinning in bed at night, not sleeping because you're so excited that you are going to own this place tomorrow. Again, here I am counseling again. That's not the case. Not yet. It could be, but not yet. The parking lot is filthy. There's trash everywhere. It looks like one of those Checker Auto Parts places with all of the oil in the parking lot. People like to come and change their oil in front of this place. All of that are nerves you can press with the landlord's agent. And it's good, bad, or indifferent. It's good that Freddie has his finger on the pulse, and he came out and said, hey, I don't know if he's known this tenant for 10 years or 10 minutes, but he's known me for 5 seconds, and he says, yeah, there's issues. Good to know. We have one more chance for glory here, and I am looking at another property management sign that provided the number for you. And when you Google it looking further to reverse the number that you found, it doesn't really give a name, so we may have to play the same type of game. And this is different. This is there's a giant for lease sign there, so you don't need to vet that number and call that number. That's good enough. We see the number. Just Google it and see if it shows anything further. This looks like Sunday pictures too. This place.
Same day.
And I can tell by looking at they've got soda, snack, and claw machines right in front of the windows. The other windows are completely plastered with advertisements. They have a gal sitting behind glass selling soap. She
was the only worker. No other attendants. No one cleaning, nothing. She was the only person in there.
Now the store doesn't look bad. I'm going to warn you the same way with the other one. This looks like a nice store. Even if equipment is 20 years old, if it's all operating, that means that somebody's in there that knows what the hell they're doing. They know how to work a screwdriver. It looks like all the.
So Danny, the biggest thing about this laundromat was literally almost half of the machines were out of order.
Okay, all right.
And there's like 180 machines in there.
Yeah, it's a big store. Well, that's complacency. Yeah. Hey, we're only going to make as much money as we make. If 5 or 6 machines were out, I'd say, well, maybe you can do full maintenance, fix every machine in a store, and walk out. And 10 minutes later, some little things are going to happen. They're going to go out. And unless the attendant is the operator and the poor bastard is in there working every day, it happens. But 50% out, that's the nerve that we press. All right, I'm dialing the number. Here we go. Stand by.
Okay. All right.
See if we're batting 1,000 on pickups today. Did you subscribe to the channel? Now's your chance, you louts, while the phone rings. Hello?
Hello?
Hi. Property management.
Hello.
Hi, my name's Danny. Who's this?
Aquí, one moment, please.
Very professional.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, how can I help?
My name's Danny. I'm looking at leasing some space from you.
Your name is who?
Danny. Who's my
Okay.
cousin? Who's this?
You're calling to a tag and title place.
I'm calling a tag and title place?
Yes.
Okay. There's a sign on the building that's this is not reliable property management. You don't manage properties?
No, we lease one of the properties.
There you go. That's why I'm calling.
Okay.
Can I speak to your leasing agent or the landlord?
I can give you the office number.
Oh, thank you. It's lovely hold music.
You can call. Well, she's the other phone number. I forgot his name. Jeff. And then the other phone number is
Awesome. Thank you so much. So I'm confused. There's two numbers. Who should I ask for?
well, the first one is the property management. Her name is Shara.
Shara?
And then and then the other one is like the main office, like the lease. If you want to lease an office or something, you contact them.
Okay.
Mhm.
You've been a lot of help. What is your name?
Cynthia.
Thank you, Cindy. Okay. So here I am telling you don't bother to call the numbers because it's right there on the building. But then yet again, I thought I had the wrong number because she says this is a title company. But sure enough, it's the right number because after pulling some teeth, Cindy says, well, she said Cynthia. The reason you have to do business when you're doing business, okay? We might call another number for Shara, and I'm just teaching you the little stuff. Shara might say, where the hell did you get my number? And I'll say, oh, I got it from Cynthia over at the title place. Hallelujah. And she'll talk. You might be surprised, even though these are business people, a lot of times they're just, oh my God, my phone rings all day and people want to sell me something. And so they don't want to talk. So again, make sure you get the proper info. I'm not going to scold you for not having made those calls because I assume that would be the number and the right person. Without further ado, here we go. We're dialing that first number for Shara. Stand by.
Okay.
Now I know you already subscribed. Now you hit the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, come on. This is action, nonstop action. You get real hold music. You get Cynthia humming. Where else can you get that kind of shit? Come on, Shara.
The Google subscriber you have called.
So another thing I hadn't mentioned, since you're a brand new client to this, every single phone call I make, I'm inputting the number into my phone, okay? I create new contacts. Hallelujah for the iPhone, because this is going to be, quote, Shara, and then it's going to link back to you with the designation LL and your name. So if he, she, they, them call me back day or night at any point, I will know it, and I will get you back on the phone. Just FYI, I'm not going to repeat all of this again. We are trying the second number that our friend Cynthia provided to the main office. Here we go. Which is an out-of-state number, by the way. Now I know you subscribed and you thumbs up.
Thank you for calling Reliable Properties. If you know your party's extension, please. Para español, oprime 0.
John, please take the notes that I dialed it.
Reliable Properties, may I help you?
Yes, I hope so. I got your number from Cynthia. My name is Danny. Who's this?
My name is Milani.
Hi, Milani. I would like to talk to a leasing agent. I'm interested in leasing some commercial space in Hyattsville.
So that's Maryland.
Yeah.
Right?
Correct.
Okay. I'm going to transfer you to Jeff, but keep in mind they're at conference right now. So if I'm going to transfer you right now and see if he picks up. But
sure,
if he
thank you.
doesn't,
What's the number for
tomorrow.
Jeff?
Well, I can't give you the number. I can only transfer you.
I thought Jeff was out of the CIA for years now. Oh, thanks for getting the joke. What's Jeff's What's Jeff's last name?
Nurafshan.
Nafshan?
Nurafshan.
Okay. That's what I would have guessed.
Do you want me to transfer you?
Please.
No.
Thanks. There's a reason we edit these things. Come on, Jeff.
At the tone, please
You
record your
rotten
message.
son
When
of
you
a...
finish recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Jeff, my name's Danny. I am looking at some commercial space here in Hyattsville. I understand you're in conference. Give me a call or text me direct, please. The only number you need. I'm not a broker or an agent. I am looking for retail space to lease for my group. Thanks, buddy. All right, hallelujah. So, lessons learned. First and foremost, we had a good contact, and then we got the runaround. I don't know what the conference is. I don't know what the story is, but you also learn the way these knuckleheads act is so preposterous. This guy's a real estate agent, for God's sake. What's his last name? Oh, she gives me, I can't give you his cell phone number. At least she got the joke. I always say, because I get pissed. It's like, I can't have his cell phone. Sometimes they forward it, and the forwarding picks up and it says, you've reached 555-121, and then we get his number anyway. But this just makes it hard to do the work. It just does. So,
Yeah.
What do you do? Well, cool your jets, relax, keep scouting stores. That's the point. And what I would do also on the second one, go into their website. We know the name of the company. We know a contact main number, and find this dude's first and last, and you might even find his cell phone. If you find his email, don't get squirrely. You're not going to email him and say, hey, I want a laundromat. We do this. The cold call is important because, like you found, imagine if we would have emailed Freddie, right? We would have heard nothing back. Or maybe it's leased, that's all. Freddie, hearing the inflection in his voice again, playing the man and not the cards, Freddie's like, yeah, there's some issues. I'm pretty sure that landlord wants them out. So we need to keep pressing that nerve, and that may or may not be your first Absolutely free store. All right, goodbye.
Thank you, Danny.
Cheers. All right, now on to you lot. I see that you people have been writing things and stuff to me. Thank you. Much appreciated. Good day, rich man. Hi, I am rich in many, many ways. It has nothing to do with money. My 3 daughters and my beautiful wife were off to 4:38. This time tomorrow, I'll be flying to Europe. Long story. Watch my Instagram, King of Laundry. Danny. Hi, Danny. Hello, kids. Great insight on the industry. Very enlightening. Thank you, John. Finally caught alive. Ruben, congratulations. So proud of you. Finished the course, going to do a second run through. Jason, that's funny. The preponderance of people that email me or comment, the first thing they do when they finish the course is do it again. It's not me pounding my desk over and over saying the same thing as you've learned. It's fast-paced. There's tons of information. Last time we updated it was last week because I'm always adding to it, not saying, oh, get the course, then get the second book, and then get the other course. It's not really my thing. If I was smart, I'd probably do that to you guys. Craps is the best bet in the casino. That's right, 6 and 8. Never buy the numbers. Use the pass line. Just pay $350 to get the cheapest poopy truck to come out. Love it. Okay. I'm assuming you have a laundry. Chi-Town, Yale. I don't know who your real names are, people. So I think that you used me and got a free laundromat. Let me know in the comments your first name, and we'll get back to you here in a minute. And the $350 is probably the initial clean out because the lint trap was probably like concrete. It's terrible when they don't do it. What are your thoughts on sellers financing? Emmanuel, you're not buying anything. Stop looking for laundromats for fucking sale. I am the free laundromat guy. We have a guy that just commented seconds ago who got a free laundromat. The gentleman who hired me here is about to get a free laundromat. Stop looking for laundromats for sale. Who would sell a successful cash business? I'll wait. The answer is no one. They're selling a failed business. It's in leased space. So why would you buy it? Use seller financing. Give him $300,000, only $50,000 down. He's going to remain on the lease, and he's going to sublet it to you. When you lose everything because that store is a wreck, he's not going to tell you about the lint traps because he doesn't even know. Oy vey. Let me guess. You don't have the course. Get the course. Seller financing. Those are my thoughts on seller financing. Don't fucking consider it. Danny, I bought your course wondering why you don't give more details about the distributor and breakdown. Okay. That's lovely. Danny, I bought your course wondering why you don't give more details on the distributors and breakdown of what you can expect to pay for repairs and getting typical broken down laundromat. You have the course, and I would love it if you would ask those queries right inside the course detail, because I'm happy to answer there. Not that I'm not happy to answer here. I don't talk about distributors because it's such a very, very, very simple matter. And it's the first thing we talk about when you consult with me, like our friend John on this call did. It's so simple. If I give you the MSRP on a brand new car, let's say it's $50,000, it's right there on the sticker. But what you really want to know is the ACV, the actual cash value. That's all you need. If that car costs the dealer $38,000, you can go in there dribbling with holes in your jeans and say, I want to give you $38,500, and you'll make a deal. That one tidbit, that one piece of information is all you need to make that deal. Yet people are scared shitless. They don't want to talk to salesmen, blah, 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 blah. The equipment distributors are trying to rob you, them, they, us. They're trying to rob us. That's why they hate me. That's why it says on my website, the most hated man in the laundry industry, because I tell these truths which are not self-evident. The distributors are easy. You know how you get the right pricing? You don't have a friend that's giving you the MSRP and the proper price. You sign a lease. Then you call every single distributor and have them come to your store. You're not a guy that's calling up tomorrow and saying, I might want to do the laundry, please. I'm thinking about opening one. You're calling up with authority and saying, I have a laundry. I own it. Here's the address. Hips, Speed Queen, Wascomat, ADC, Dexter, Continental, Grabeau. Have every one of them come to your store and give you the price for the equipment. Then they're going to have to sharpen their pencils and do it again. It's that simple. You want me to go in detail in the course, there's no detail to it. That's it. I hear you. Maybe we'll cut part of this and put it in the course. That's why I change it. My thoughts are we don't buy laundromats here. Up to top-notch shape. I'm not sure what that means. Those are the two biggest questions marks I have. Also, what do you get in there and find out it's going to cost too much and not worth it? Okay, if you're writing me questions, guys, take the time to use some punctuation. I think what you are asking, what happens if you own the store and you sign a lease and you find that it's not worth it? Is there a good backup plan? You're scared shitless and you shouldn't own a business. Let me back up. Every single time we take over these stores, we earn. I've got Miles who worked with Mark, and Mark has videos dropping left and right. He's making not $3 million a year, but $5 million a year with his drop-off business that he scaled. And they started with a free laundry. If you buy someone's store, you should be scared to death that you're never going to earn. True. We profit because we don't purchase the business rights and we get the equipment at the right price. That's a fearful question, and that type of fear is what keeps people going to the job. They go to the job and they sit there and they think, man, I want out. But do they really? Do they have the balls to get out, to own the company? I say to you, honest to God, how can you fail? I talk about failure all the time. All the time. If you buy a laundromat because it's $300,000 and you offer $150,000 and you think you're doing really well, I consult with those people all the time. I field the emails almost daily. Wow, I got a $150,000 haircut. No, you're screwed. Then they go to the distributor and they only call one and he buys them a sandwich and they love the distributor for that sandwich. That $10 Subway just cost them another $300,000 because they don't know how to bring every distributor in. See how I did that? At least she got the CIA joke. Yes, she did. Pretty good for the client's first calls. Depends. There's no luck to this. You keep after it, it will happen. EMF, I like your energy, but do you also have fun at one point? I'm having tons of fun. Am I not? The minute I stop having fun, brother, I'll stop doing this. I thought I was. Stay having fun, okay? Great, perfect sense, makes sense. You're welcome. By the way, I don't know who missionary filmmaker is here in the comment section, but let's get on the phone. Hit the consultation button, let's talk. What if distributors won't sharpen those pencils and they're all comparable? Never happens, never, ever happens. And they're possibly colluding, they hate each other. Go to Ford Motor Company, John's Ford, then go, hey, I love the price of the F-150. I'm going across the street, I'm going to talk to Chevy. Those salesmen might know each other and they might hang out in the bar at night. But out there on the field of battle, they are adversaries. It's the art of war. Trust me. And these distributors, same. They might hang out, they might drink together, they might go to the Coin Laundry Association, but they stand in separate corners. They're not friends. They want to get your business. If they miss out on the bid, they're not going to sell that equipment. It's not Lowe's or Home Depot where they're waiting for people, throngs of people to come in and buy the machine, comes off the shelf, and they put a new one up. They're trying to eat steak on you and your family, and that's fine. But Friday night steak after they sell a store full of equipment, great. But not every Friday for the rest of their lives. No, thank you. We're going to do one more question here. If I find a zombie mat and it's in a rundown building, should I avoid as the landlord isn't taking care of the building my business would be operating in. No. And you might not know this, every single commercial lease, the landlord is responsible for the four walls and the roof. Not the glass. And that's why you see security guards running after kids with skateboards. Not because they hate kids with long hair. It's because skateboards fly out from under the kids, they smack into the glass, and it costs the business owner money to fix it. So when you see those fat donut-eating guys running after kids, it's not that they hate the kid. It's that the operator and the landlord pay for it. So I talk about this in my course. One very, very telling thing inside space, the leaky roof. When you see tons, even when it's raining, never rains in Arizona, when it's raining, you'll see the rain coming through in buckets everywhere. What does that mean? It means that the inside baseball reality, the operator isn't going to the landlord and complaining about the roof. That means they're not paying their rent. That's in the course. Now the questions are coming in fast and furious because I said last one. Question. Thank you for saying question. Given that you can capitalize on tax breaks like depreciation if you owned the building, is the tax benefits that you would offset your income with no great enough to purchase a building? Listen, I love buying property. I ended up with strip malls myself through this process. So it's great. If you have the cash to do that, wonderful. Don't buy the laundromat. Property's fantastic. You want to buy the strip mall? The bank appraisal is $5 million, pay $4,999,000. I'm happy with that. Don't give them $6 million because the laundromat's worth $1 million. Don't give them $5,001 because the laundromat is worth $1. Don't do it. And the depreciation on the building, everything else, it may make sense. That's a deal that I can't answer in a 1 second, one paragraph. But I will say, if you have it, buy it. Property's fantastic, no matter the market. And next question, same guy. Instead of rent, you could rent the building from your real estate. Yes, of course. I talk about that in the course. You're allocating rent to yourself. Many of these tiny, small, dipshit landlords don't do that. If they own the business and the building, I ask them, watch my 700 YouTube videos. I famously say, are you allocating rent to yourself? And they go, Allie. They don't watch Cheers. How large of a radius should I scout considering I would be operating the business while working a full-time job for the next few years? Sir, you might be surprised. And this is the first thing on my course. The first course video content is about you and your location. Some people drive an hour and a half, take 2 buses, a train, and a cab and a helicopter to get to their shitty job. You're going to be going as far as it takes to your wonderful cash cow. So only you can answer that. States away? Come on. Once you build you're going to go to the closest economically depressed area and start scouting there. That should make it simple. If you live in a horrible part of town, a couple laundromats and you'll change that. I can't answer how far is too far. Emmanuel, again, who sounds like a kid, God bless you. Do I need good credit to get free laundromat through Landlord? No. Probably 10, 15% of these landlords even care. Probably 10, 15% say, I'd like to see your P&L statement or your previous businesses, etc. This would be easier than renting a studio apartment when it comes to your credit. Now, fucking listen. Fix your credit, kid. There's no excuse in this country. I'm giving you personal advice. Fix your credit. You could be 17 years old with no job and go in and plunk down an 850 FICO score and drive off the lot in a Ferrari. They literally don't know what you do for a living or how much money you have in the bank. They can't check that. This is the greatest country in the world. You can go bankrupt 11 times and become president. Fix and or establish your credit. My 20-year-old, she's in the 800s because when she turned 18, I started helping her with all of it. That's it. That's all. I appreciate each and every one of you. You know what to do. If you're here because you like the cut of my jib or I'm funny, thank you. Appreciate it. But that's not really why I am here. Follow my Instagram as Shelly and I are headed to Monaco. The early James Bond movie days, man. Monaco, Formula One. Then driving down the coast, no hotel, no plans, no rental car, just cruising with my gorgeous, intelligent wife. And I'll be working for you guys. Just time difference, that's all that matters. Then second race in Barcelona, and then fly out from Spain. Life is good. I owe much of it to you, and I owe the preponderance of it to Laundromats. So jump in, the water's fine. Ciao.